Well, he bataka make. But Jaden Chase, they have to make the fans them know what really are going on.
What you're talking about is Jaden Place. See up to the time, you know, a cartel. I represent for Jaden Chase. We spray them face on the AK rays. See up to the time, you know, the Gaza station.
Yeah, man, now move settings nation. And we no need no ladder. Yeah, man, Jaden Chase and another one we could bring on another exciting reason for the topic of dancehall entertainment and of course current affairs. So if you're new to the channel, just a pass through, but you like the reason and of course you like the point of view, well, I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon and then kick in the like button. Now let's get right into the reasoning. Nation, this is a very powerful moment in our world history. The comet is coming. Freedom is close at hand, as Isaac Buchanan has confirmed that him alongside UK representation is now ready to file the Privy Council motion for the new evidence, the evidence of tampering that has been found. There was never any conversation, there was never any video footage, just as there was never any forensics. Now I'm going to hear about the new motion being filed and then we're going to continue the reasoning. Look and listen.
Is in London, so he is filing this application, this fresh evidence application to the Privy Council within the next 2 weeks, basically saying we have fresh evidence here that shows the phone was tampered with. This was a key piece of evidence that was used to convict Vybz Kartel.
Yes, nation, and now let's continue the reasoning. Now, what is so significant about the finding of this new evidence is that the phone is the piece of evidence used to convict Vybz Kartel. First and foremost, the phone should have never been used in open court, and they denied the tampering. We have located it, and if Jamaica are united about nothing else as a nation, we are united in that fact. And this new motion being filed by Isaac Buchanan and UK representation is another major step towards Vybz Kartel's release, the release of Sean Storm, and for Madsus and Cairo to have their name cleared from this particular charge. And nation, Isaac Buchanan has even given a timeline for the paralegals to have the paperwork drafted within a matter of weeks, as stated by Lisa. And the fact that Vybz Kartel's case went from trial to appeal, even locally, that means that paperwork is still there. But this new set of paperwork that documents the information retrieved by the experts, that the evidence used to convict Vybz Kartel was false and fraudulent, is being treated with the utmost importance. And this is also a key piece of evidence that the prosecutors tried their best to keep out of the hands of the defense team. And much of this would have been proven from the trial stage if the officers who went to retrieve the information from Digicel headquarters never dashed one of the system. But the prosecutors wanted a one-sided view of the information. They wanted to prove a fictional story, so they wanted to present text messages, but did not want the defense to question their authenticity. And truth be told, when its authenticity was scrutinized even by local experts, the finding was the same. Tampering had to take place. It wasn't if it had taken place. They are saying that to the DIPAP device and the encryption on the device, only piece by piece could the evidence be retrieved. That was something where them never want to tell the jury. And truth be told, you know why them should not have to tell the jury that? Because the evidence itself should have never been used and manipulating evidence to use in a court case is not only unlawful in the eyes of the people, it is unlawful based on state law. I that you put in the work. Got the British experts them who fly in. Lisa, I'm gonna big up yourself every time. You know what I mean? For keeping with the North American coverage and keeping that North American pressure on the system. And big up the president for Fox 5 News. You know what I mean? Lisa say every time something new go on, and she bring the findings them to him and say, no sir, this take place. I want to put it on the ear. Him always say, I mean, put it out there. And this Gaza respect there. One of the biggest, if not the biggest, news outlets in New York State. And the president for the newsroom over there said, Vybz Kartel's freedom is a must. A nation always remember this. What other citizens and people across the world love about Jamaica is not just the beach, our beaches. It is the people, the cuisine, the culture, the music, the vibe, and the musicians are one of our leading exporters of a window to that. Entertainers might not directly carry yam and banana overseas, but through music they have told the world about our cuisine. Entertainers export the lifestyle, and internationally they are well respected for that. And when we hear statements like that from Lisa, I said the president always tell her, say, yo, put out the news, always talk about it, keep the coverage going. But can't listen to the few little close-minded people in the comment section. These matters are matters of great importance. A citizen's constitutional right, not one citizen, 4 of them, and all of their constitutional rights were violated simultaneously before the eyes of the public. Not literally, but as the case played out. If we are saying we want a state of law-abiding citizens, it have to be one law. As I've always stated, Jamaica is not under the laws of apartheid. You can't treat one people one way and treat a next set of people another way and expect people to feel and also express them emotions about it. We say the state and the system corrupt because that's something we know. Citizens have experienced that firsthand. In 2020, I think, or 19, we see individuals that were placed in prison for decades by mistake. We have seen those who have been given the job to serve and protect, quote unquote, the security forces, take the lives of innocent individuals on film and get away with it. We have seen elected officials steal from our youngest citizens from the education fund. And them talk about brighter future. The schools them already too small for the population. We don't have enough chairs and decks. And this man thief money from the youth them. So nation, we state these things not based on gut feeling. We not operate off of feelings. We are operating with the facts. We know Vybz Kartel was not given a fair trial. We know unlawful practices were carried out by the JCF and also by the DPP. We know this based on court documents. Not on nobody feelings, not on a hearsay, not through vlogger that I saw tell you, but based on the documents that you can Google for yourself. Nation, the system is a fraud. And if you have not noticed this by now, you're playing make-believe. Talk to me in the comment section. These new information that surfaced are definitely things that have been talked about for quite some time now, even from the appeal stage, long before it reached the fact that we knew we had to take the case to the Privy Council. From the trial stage, people have been talking about the corruption, the widespread corruption that was on full display. The Vybz Kartel's case. The entire justice system has been exposed, you know? From the arrest stage right up to trial and sentencing. Corruption at its highest level has been documented for the people to see. First, the one called Jaden Chase, the dancehall correspondent, the Gaza representative, and I'm reminding them now, if you're new to the channel, new to the movement, just a pass through. But they like the reason, and of course they like the point of view. I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon and then the bell icon right after that and put it on all. And this is how you know we'll be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here upon the platform. You know the something go. You man now move settings from and until the reason again. My sentiments for you and yours are going to live, love, and prosper until the reason again.